guys, Z from Build the Business You Love here. All right, we are going to be, so I'm going to put on my content disclosure. One second. Oh, and I got the temperature right in the room today because yesterday I was on live and I was so hot. Like, I don't know what happened to my air, but it just went down. And I was just like, oh my goodness. And I was talking, feeling lightheaded because it was so hot. I'm putting on my content disclosure. One second. Why isn't it? I feel like everything is kind of wonky today. Yeah, but I was so hot yesterday, y'all, talking on live, and I was just like, oh my God. I didn't want to be like, hold on, y'all, while I go put my air on, my air lower, but you know what it is. Hey, Phenomenal, welcome in, boo. All right. I am Z, a Build a Business You Love, and today, y'all, we're going to be talking about how to create our own ebook. Yes, that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about how you can create your own ebook based on you, based on who you are, based on the things that you like. Because a lot of times, guys, we're out here selling stuff that we don't even know, we don't like, and we're not interested in, right? So we have to start selling things and starting businesses that we actually freaking like, okay? So hence the name of my business, Build the Business You Love, okay? And my business actually shows people that you can create income from doing the things that you actually love, okay? So I'm talking to all the teachers out there, all the Lyft drivers, all the Uber drivers, all the people that are just tired of being sick and tired. If you're tired of being on that rat race, tired of being on that hamster wheel, okay, and you're just like, I want to do something different. I see a lot of people that's getting into these digital products. I see people making money off of digital products, and I would like to create one, right? If that's you, then hey, Asma, I saw my view. I know I probably screwed up your name. I'm so sorry, baby. But you can put it in the chat so I can see how to say it. But yeah, for a lot of people, you guys are seeing people making money online. You're seeing people selling digital products, and you're like, I want to create one. I want to do one. I have something to say, right? And so I created, guys, a 7-step system that I can show you right now where you can create your own digital product, because a lot of these lives, right, webinars, videos that you'll be watching, you know, they don't really show you how to do it, right? They don't really, hey, Wilda, how are you? They don't really show you how to do it. So I'm going to show you guys how to create your own digital product today. And I'm going to show you how to create your own ebook based on who you are, what you like to do, the things you're interested in, and how to actually just get it out there. So we're going to actually get started in that, because I understand I'm talking to all the people, specifically the women out there though, who are, tired of playing small, who are ready to sound the alarm and say, hey, I'm out there. I want to do something different. I want to make money online, and I don't want to be out here selling somebody else's product. I want to build my own brand, right? This is for those people. Okay, the women who are out there saying, yeah, I'm tired of being a nice girl, helping everybody out. When everybody needs help, I'm here to say, I raise my hand, I offer my assistance. But when it's my time to do something, no one comes to, my help. No one comes and say, yeah, hey, Miss Synergy, how are you? No one comes and say, yeah, girl, I got you, right? So if that is you, then I want you to understand that I totally get you. I totally understand. And you got to be ready to make a change, because the enemy honestly wants us to just recycle the same things that we've been doing over and over again and allow us to be still. We are no longer going to be still. We want to grow, okay? Hey, NPX, welcome in. So one of the things, guys, that we think about is when we start our ebook, and I actually show you guys how to create an ebook and turn it into a course. Today, we're just going to go over how to create an ebook, okay? If that's you and you're saying, yeah, I want to create an ebook because I could sell something, I want something to sell online, and I want to do it the right way, then this is what this live is about. It's going to be a pretty short live. Hey, Bernadette. Because we're going to go into it. And I am actually going to go into just the 7 steps in order for you guys to get started. Because for me, guys, honestly, I am a woman, an advocate for women, right? I suffer from fibroid tumors. And in doing so, I had to stop everything that I was doing, have surgery. And I was like, how am I going to make money while I'm in my hospital bed recovering from my surgery, right? And doing so, hey, Nikki, I discovered that I can create digital products, right? And I created a digital product based on what I knew. I ran an events-based business for 10, 11 years, and I now teach people how to start event spaces. So I said, hey, why don't I create a course teaching people, hey Jasmine, how to start, manage, operate event spaces, right? And I turned this thing into a digital product. While I was sick, while I was recovering, right? While I was dealing with all the things I was dealing with. In fact, in a lot of my videos, guys, in my course, I'm like this. I'm out of breath. I'm dealing with issues. You may not be able to tell, but I knew. You know what I mean? So this is a concept. Hey, Keisha, this is a concept where you can create your own digital product, and you could do it in any state of mind. You can do it while you're recovering. You can do it if you just had a baby. You could do it if you just got laid off, because it's about understanding you, right? It's about building and making yourself better. And even if you have a business, guys, if you have a business right now, you need a digital product. You need to create one based on the business that you have. Otherwise, you're leaving money on the table, right? If you have a lawnmower business, let's just say you have a lawnmower business, right? Got a lawnmower business, you need to have an ebook, a digital product that can actually assist people, say, in keeping up their lawn between, when you come and you do your thing, right? How to keep your lawn fresh, what to do if it's a big rain or if it's a big storm or something like that. You can create an ebook for that, and you can add it on as an add-on, or as a something that people can purchase along with the services that they get for you, right? Because you're leaving money on the table if you don't have a digital product. People love digital products. They love to scan a QR code and have something that they can actually just have, in the meantime. Same thing if you have, if you're a hairstylist. If you're a hairstylist, then you should probably, have a digital product teaching people how to maintain their hair while they're out of the salon chair, right? Because you're not going to be in the salon chair every day. So how to maintain this hairstyle that you have while you're out of the salon chairs. But I'm telling you guys that there are ways to move this out the way. There are ways, guys, to have your digital product, right? And to get your digital product and to get it going, no matter what type of business you're in. So today we're going to talk about, hey, Sasha, today we're going to talk about how we can start this digital product business, how we can pick our topic, how we can market it, all the things in 7 steps. Like I said, it's going to be quick. I'm not going to use, in my course, I use ChatGPT in order to do that. But today, we're just going to use our brain, because ChatGPT was just out the other day, right? And I was finding that people were like, they weren't going live. People were just stuck. They were like, what am I supposed to do? I can't use ChatGPT, right? And I'm like, you got to use your brain sometimes. So today, we're just going to use our brains today, and I'm just going to talk you guys through it. So get your pen, get your paper, and we're going to talk about how you guys can set up and get your ebook started today, okay? Because I'm finding that a lot of webinars, guys, a lot of lives and stuff like that, they're not packed with the information that you need. They're packed with information about the who, the what, the where, but not the how. Today I'm going to show you about the how, okay? How to get that ebook started. Be sure to share out the live, like the live if you're here, if you want to get started. If you have a topic, then lay it on me. Let's get the topic out here. Hey, Asa Black Psychologist, how are you, boo? And we're going to get started. So the first step in creating your ebook, guys, because I think a lot of people, they talk about, just go ahead and get your ebook created. They don't show you how. They say, use ChatGPT and use Canva, make a baby. They don't show you how. Today, we're going to show you how, okay? And if you want to go intensely into it afterwards, I have an affordable course that you guys can grab at the end of this. So, and my stuff is affordable. I don't like when people, they be charging. They make it, honestly, it's almost like it's unavailable. Like, they make it unavailable to people who are just like, well, I just wanted to do something real quick. I don't want to pay $500, $600, $700 for something. I just wanted to, learn how to create a quick ebook and sell it. This is the live for you, if that's you, okay? Hey, Tanya. Hey, Tanya girl. How are you, hon? Thanks for joining the live, y'all. Be sure to like the live. Thank you so much for the heart me. I don't know what's going on with my heart meets. I've been trying to send them and I can't. But, and also, guys, if you see me out of breath for a little spell, because I'm a fast talker, but if you see me out of breath, I'm just recovering from something. So just deal with me, bear with me. I'm here for y'all. Okay. So the first step, guys, in creating your ebook is understanding that you need a profitable topic. Okay. And you need to niche down into that topic. So for a lot of people, they'll pick a topic that Obviously, you're going to need something that solves a problem for people. Okay, this is what we are. This is what we do. Whatever it is that you're selecting, thank you for the love. Whatever topic or niche you're picking, it should be solving someone's problems, right? We're not out here trying to show people how to do a mug collection. Okay, we need to solve people's problems. We're not out here showing people how to repair a typewriter. It has to be a real problem that people have. And we want to pick a topic that actually solves people's problems, right? In real life, for real people, right? Because this is what sells. What sells is the ability. Let me move this up here. What sells is the ability for people to have a transformation. So that means if you're selling your expertise based on, what people are struggling with, to help them to overcome something, to help them to create a shortcut for something, to help them to be able to say, well, I'm going to take you from point A to point B. I'm going to help you out of this struggle, and this is how. I'm going to give you this ebook, and this is the solution right here, right? This is what you want to. This is what you want to pick your topics on. You want to also define who you're talking to. Okay, when we're talking to our target market, I want you to think about it as one person when you're talking to that target market, right? You guys have to know who you're speaking to. Why? Because it's going to help you when you're doing your posts. It's going to help you with your social media. It's going to help you with all of your marketing efforts, right? When you're doing all of this stuff, because a lot of times people are like, well, I created it, I don't know how to sell it, I have nothing to post about. Yes, you do. You have something to post about, and you should always keep that target market in mind, right? Their age, their gender, and it goes beyond just age and gender. It goes into understanding their income level, understanding what they're struggling with as it pertains to your product. Because remember, we're using your product, whatever it is that you're selling, your hair care kit ebook, or your how to keep your lawn green between mowings with ebook, right? We're using that to solve their problem. Okay, so how to get them from point A to point B? First, you have to recognize and let them be aware that they have a problem. Some people don't feel that they have a problem, but if you don't know who your target market is, you won't be able to tell them that. Okay, so we need to understand who you're helping and why you're helping them. Okay, hang on, my computer just went out. And why you're helping them, right? So you need to show them, okay, well, this is your problem. I understand your problem. That's the first step. Letting them know that you understand what they're dealing with, and letting them know that you understand it to the level where you've prepared a solution for them. Okay, you have to know your people intimately. The creator of Walmart, he knew his target market so intimately, guys, that he obsessed with it. Even Steve Jobs, when you think of all the big wigs, right? The founder of Amazon, they became obsessed with their target market, because you have to understand what it is that they like, what it is that they struggle with, what keeps them up at night, and you use your ebook, your e-guide, your course, whatever it is, to solve that problem. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if y'all get it. Hey Janelle, welcome in, boo. Okay, so researching trending topics, right? A lot of times you'll hear people say, oh, use ChatGPT and use Canva. You're like, I don't have a clue about the topic that I want to talk about. I need to learn about the topic that I want to talk about, right? If that's you, then I want you to understand all you have to do is get a book. And even, guys, if you don't know what, like, in depthly, what it is that you want to write an ebook about, if you don't understand, or know, you don't have to be a pro, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to be an expert, okay? Especially when you have AI and you have books. Now, when you have books, guys, you get yourself a book on a topic. Get yourself a book on a topic, and you read a half a chapter a week. You take down notes. This is going to be your content. This is going to be what you're posting about. This is going to be exactly what it is that you are going to add to your ebooks, right? Because a lot of times when I tell people this, one of the pullbacks I get, or the things they tell me, is that, but Z, I'm not an expert in it. How can I write about it? You become an expert, right? You use ChatGPT to learn. I created an ebook on gut health. When I tell you I know nothing about gut health, but after I actually created the ebook using ChatGPT, I know so much on gut health that it's amazing. Like, so you use your books, you write content based on the chapters of the book, based on what you read. Yes, you have to read. Yes, read, right? Get yourself an audio book, something, and make content from that. You have to understand what it is that you're talking about. If you're creating an ebook, like I always tell people, you just have to have an interest in it. Because if you don't, then it's going to fly by the wayside, right? The name of my business is Build a Business You Love. And I teach people how to build businesses based on the things that they like, their passions, the things that they've uh, basically just went through, right? If you went through a bad relationship. And you could write an ebook on that, right? I'm going to teach the girls, the young girls, how to go through and deal with a narcissistic and get out of a narcissistic relationship. This is the things that I want you guys to understand, that you don't have to create an ebook just on, the things that you know, but you can create an ebook on the things that you've been through. Okay. So now once you finalize your topic, you give your ebook a clear, benefit driven title that speaks to your audience. Again, this is why you have to know who your audience is. This is why you have to understand who your target market is, right? So step one, guys, is understanding your niche, your topic. Okay, understanding what you're doing, how you're going to provide a transformation from point A to point B, how you're going to get them there. Are you creating a shortcut? Are you creating some sort of, how are you solving their problem, right? And with that, you're going to create your title from that, right? So it should be something eye-catching. It should be something that stops the scroll, all right? We're out here trying to take people from point A to point B. So that's step one. Okay. Step two is understanding that you have to write your ebook with ChatGPT's help. Okay. Forget the fact that maybe you're not into AI like that. Maybe you're just learning it. I'm here to tell you it's going to be two things that's going to survive, and that's AI and that's your personal brand. Okay. AI and your personal brand. So one of the things that you need to do is be okay with using a tool like ChatGPT, okay? Because ChatGPT is going to give you what you need. ChatGPT is the best friend, business partner that you need, okay? So step two is understanding that you're going to be able to utilize ChatGPT as a business partner in order to help you to write this ebook. You're going to break down your book into 5 to 8 chapters or sections, okay? These are going to be your chapters, and you're going to outline and ask ChatGPT to outline these sections, okay? And you're going to ask ChatGPT, remember, because we already have the title. Using that title in understanding the target market that you decided on. Remember, we were talking about understanding your target market. Because we're using attraction marketing, guys. We want people to come to us. We don't want to be racing to people, asking them, oh, could you? We want people to be able to say, yes, she talking my stuff. She's talking my stuff. This is exactly what I need. I need an ebook to help me with my gut health, because right now they're telling me I have a leaky gut, and they're telling me that I have, irritable bowel syndrome. They're telling me that I have issues with my digestion, and I feel it, right? So you need to speak to those pain points that these people are having, okay? Now, when you're writing your ebook, you're going to ask ChatGPT to outline these pain points. You're going to ask ChatGPT to outline these pain points, right? And you're going to say, hey, I want you to, I'm covering this ebook. I'm writing this ebook. I want you to make it into 5 to 8 chapters, sections, whatever you want to call it. I want an outline, and I want to cover X, Y, and Z. Okay? I want you to focus on problem solving, a specific pain point, and give me some actionable steps. Okay? This is how ChatGPT is going to help you to create that outline. Okay? Because again, it's about understanding your customer, your potential customer, what their pain points are, what they need from you. Because people don't care about you. They don't care about the product. They just want to know, what could you do for me? How could you help me? And then once you help them, they want to know, what could you do for me lately? How could you help me lately? Okay. People are selfish, and that's the nature of people, right? So they want to know, how can you help me? They don't give a damn about the product. They want to know, how can a product help me? All right. So you're going to write the outline and you're going to focus the outline on specific pain points that's giving you actionable steps to help your people do whatever it is that you're the promise that you're giving to your through your ebook, right? Are you helping them with a shortcut? Are you helping them to transform in some way, going from point A to point B? Okay. Then you're going to ask ChatGPT to help you to expand on each chapter, okay? Between 400 and 500 words, because I've seen some ebooks, y'all. And these ebooks, when you open them, they are so, it's just like, it's just 2 paragraphs. And you're like, how is this an ebook? How are you selling this? Okay? So you're going to expand on that ebook between 400 and 500 words. And you're going to make sure that you include the following: examples of relatable stories, okay? Action steps and takeaways, as well as keywords for people to search for you in your niche. Now, the keywords are important. It's going to help with the SEO. The keywords are going to help with the social media marketing, okay? So you're going to have, when you are creating your ebook, you're going to ask chat also to help you with the keywords, okay? And you're going to have chat to write it in a tone that sounds like you, okay? So if you're a fun-loving, exciting person that likes to, you're colorful, then you want chat to know that, so that when it's helping you to write your ebook, then it's also colorful. So it sounds like you, okay? Remember, your business is just an extension of you, okay? Hey, Mara, how are you, hon? Your business is just an extension of you, okay? Now, step 3. Put 3 in the chat, guys, if you're ready for step 3. Because now we're going to design our ebook. Okay, we're going to put it into Canva. I love Canva Pro. It's completely worth it. If you paying, I don't know, I saw somebody that was, they did Adobe, and Adobe was looking crazy. I was like, wow, this is a lot. I was like, this is a lot. When I've been using Canva since 2020, I was like, this is a lot. Thank you for the heart meme. I was like, this is a lot. So you find a designing tool that's good for you. But I use Canva. It's worth this. I only paid $12. I hear it went up, but I only paid $12 still. But it's completely worth it. I love me some Canva. It's a drag and drop. Okay, you drag it, you drop it, you put in the elements, you put in what you want, and you make it big, you make it small. It's perfect. Okay. And so with that, you're going to add your design to your ebook, and you're going to make it look pretty. Nobody wants to read an ebook that's just black and white. That's just not what it is. People want design. They want color, especially in a world where people are reading less, right? They don't want to see, just black and white. People want to see color. It's a colorful world. You have a lot where people are reading less, right? They don't want to see, just black and white. People want to see color. It's a colorful world. You have a lot of this. Somebody's calling me. And with social media, it's a lot of pictures. It's a lot of videos. It's a lot of color. Okay. So we want to make our ebook colorful. Okay. So you're going to choose one of those pre-made templates that Canva gave to you. I can show you how it looks right now, but you're going to use one of those pre-made templates. In my course, I give them all to you. Okay. And you're going to add your content to the template. You're going to include your brand colors. You're going to include your fonts that you chose for your brand. And remember, your brand and your brand colors should be, an extension of you, but it should also appeal to your target market. Okay. It should also appeal to your target market. Don't have a brand and brand colors that is masculine when your target market is women. Right? It has to all kind of tie in together and make sense, right? So you want to have it easy to reformat. And guys, I remember I was reading something and I was just like, I can't read it. Like, I know I'm getting old and my eyes are bad and everything like that, but Lord Jesus, I was like, what is this? I couldn't read it. The fonts were crazy and it went against the colors that she had in the background, and it was no contrast. And I was just like, oh my God, like I was dizzy. I was dizzy. I was dizzy and I was like, I can't continue to read it. So you want something, okay, that's easy to read, that has a good formatting piece to it, and that, your titles are bolded, you have bullets in there, you have images to break up the text, right? And you have your name and your brand on the cover, the footer. People know it's you, right? And honestly, guys, people keep calling me as soon as I get on live. Honestly, guys, it's about you, right? Your topic is about you. The way you do your outline is about you. The way that you what you pack your ebook with is about you, right? This is all about you. You don't have to, because I'm seeing a lot of people who feel that they need approval from someone who's never done it, right? They asking their uncle. Their uncle drove trucks for 20 years. I'm like, why are you asking him? He drove trucks for 20 years. He doesn't know how to write an ebook, right? So when it comes to creating your own digital product, guys, you guys have to trust in yourself, right? You guys have to trust in yourself. You have to trust in yourself. Okay, so now you're going to use your pre-made template. You're going to make sure it's easy to read. You're going to make sure that you have your brand colors, your brand fonts, and it's not clashing. Everyone understands what you're actually doing and saying. Now we're going to go into step 4, because you've created the ebook, but it's just not about the ebook. Okay? You have to also, hey Tyler, welcome in. You have to also create your lead magnet for your ebook, right? And this is what my course teaches you. It's not just about, oh, we're going to create that ebook. That's it. I ain't going to show you how to sell it. I'm not going to show you how to market it. I'm not going to show you how to get leads. No, we have to understand that this is the process, right? You have to get leads, but we reverse engineering it. I want you guys to understand that it's a process, right? And you have to get your leads. In order to get your leads, you have to have a lead magnet, right? So your lead magnet is going to be something that is small, like a checklist, something maybe even from your ebook that can turn into a quick win for your audience, okay? You're going to still design it in Canva. You're going to make it look similar to your ebook, right? Because of the branding. Because we want to still use that attraction marketing, right? You want to keep it short, 1 to 3 pages. It should be simple. It should be actionable. Okay. But the purpose is to collect emails through your website, through your stand store, through your beacons, through your email platform, whatever it is that you have going on. You want to be able to create that lead magnet so you can get emails. The purpose is to get your own data. Let me tell you guys a quick story. I don't want to get off topic, but I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. I had started my first FB group. If you don't know what FB is, book face backwards, okay? That app, book face. I can't say it on here. And I had my first book face FB group I had about 5,000 people in it. When I tell you that app canceled my account. They canceled my freaking account. They said that I wasn't who I said I was, and because my account was attached to the group, I have no control of the group, so the group is just still out there. This is why I tell people you have to own your data. You have to own your information, your customers' information. If you're out there just saying, oh, I have a FB group or I have a whatever group, and you don't have access to their email, you don't have ownership to their email, and you don't have ownership of their information, then at any point, and this is for any platform, this is for TikTok, this is for YT, this is for any platform. You have to own it. You have to figure out a way to extract, to pull out those email addresses, right? And this is the point, okay? Because I didn't own that information. When I tell you that was a big learning lesson for me. And it was just like, okay, Z, you gotta start from square one. Now I have over 12,000 people in that group, but it was a hard pill to swallow. At that time, it was a hard pill to swallow. So I tell my people, make sure that you own the data, because who owns the data when they're on this platform? TikTok, YT, IG. You don't own nothing. It don't belong to you. They could cut you off, right? You don't own the followers. They could cut them off too. You see what happened just a couple months ago? They shut us down for 2 minutes. God knows what really happened. God knows what really was going on, because I didn't hear nothing else about a shutdown since. But I'm here to tell you guys is when you're getting your lead magnets, this is the point. Make sure, she said, yes, this is so true. Exactly. Make sure that you're pulling the information. Make sure you get your people's information so that you own the information. You have access to the information. You can email them, text them, whatever it is that you decide to do with your funnels and with your ladders. But make sure that you own it. Okay? Because for too many people, including myself, it happened to me. So I am a true testimonial. I have a true testimonial for that situation. It was terrible. I cried. Because not only did my pictures, everything that I had, and I was using that account as sort of a storage, I guess, in my head without realizing it. And I was just like, oh my God, everything is gone. Never again will I do that. Step 5. Promote your ebook online. So you have to use these free apps, the IG, the TikTok, the FB, the Threads, right? And share tips from your ebook. Remember, guys, you always have to give before you ask, okay? You always have to give before you ask. You always have to give before you ask, and you always have to keep it simple. Keep it simple when you're talking to people. And I think this is one of the things that I was struggling with for a long time. I was just like, I think stuff was just going over people's heads, and I was just like, Z, you got to break it down. You got to keep it simple. You got to keep it short. You got to keep it sweet. You got to repeat yourself, right? And I remember, y'all remember the thong song? That thong, the thong, thong, thong. Then like when you see it go, right? Y'all remember that song with Cisco? When you look at the thong song, y'all, it's the same verse 3 times. I kid you not. The thong song is the same verse 3 times. And when I thought about it, I thought about other songs. They're saying the same thing. When I thought about hooks in the song, it's just the same thing over and over again. So it's about repeating yourself. I have a problem with this part. Speaking slowly, right? And making sure that you bring it to a level where your target audience understands. Okay, this is what we're talking about when we're writing our ebook. This is what we're talking about when we're sharing our tips. This is what we're talking about when we're marketing our ebook, when we're creating our funnels, when we're doing all of the things that we need to do to bring this puzzle piece together, right? We gotta sometimes dumb it down for people. That's when we see people and we're like, how are they following him or her? They don't even know nothing. It's because they dumbed it down to the point where these people are like, you know what? Yeah. She gets me, right? So when you're writing and creating your stuff, guys, remember to bring it down on a level. I had to tell myself, okay, we're talking to, and not because people are stupid or anything like that, but because it's new. Anything new, you gotta take it slow. Anything new, you gotta take it piece by piece, step by step. You gotta build it brick by brick. It's a new concept, right? So not only do they have to get these ideas in their heads, but it has to register. They have to compare it to something in their head. They have to see it for a lot of people. They have to visualize it, right? And these are the things that when you're promoting your ebook, your digital product online, that you should be thinking about. So use these free apps to promote it, share your tips. And remember, when we share our tips, we're sharing tips from the ebook. We're sharing tips from the books that you get that you're learning from, because we're always growing. We're constantly growing. We need to be constant learners, forever growing. Get you 5 books, guys, in a specific topic that you're working on. 5 books. And you read yourself a half a chapter a week. A half a chapter a week. And if you get through them, you get through them. Because the thing is, guys, these things are boring. People don't like boring. People like instant. People like popcorn. They like microwave. They like, I want it today for today. I cannot wait. We're not looking to the future. We're looking for today. And that's the problem. We don't want to be like, oh, all right, I'm gonna grow with this. I have interest in it. I don't know too much about it. I want to write an ebook, but I don't really want to. It's about understanding that you have to grow with it, right? You don't want to be at the same point that you were when you first created your first ebook. No, you want your people to evolve with you. In order to do that, you have to evolve. So that's why you're going to come up with your ebook volume 1, volume 2, or, different variations of it, right? Different aspects of it. If you're moving upward or if you're moving sideways, you're still growing, right? So we have to understand when it comes to us and understanding that when we're creating this ebook, whether if we know stuff about it, the topic or not, we need to grow into it. Okay? We need to grow into it. So as you're growing into it, you're reading your chapters. Guess what this creates? Content. When people tell me, oh, I want to write an ebook, but I don't know what to post about. I don't know how to promote it. Guess what? You just read about it. Take your notes. Create your content. Go on Canva. Create a visual. I'm long-winded. I like to do the face forward videos, and I'll just be blah, 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 blah. TikTok don't necessarily like that. That's why I'm on the other app as well, because I'm very long-winded when it comes to that. Okay. But you guys have to understand that you have to build. When you build, your customer grows. When your customer grows, they grow with you. That way, when you come out with product, a second product, your product suite, which is what I talk about in my course, right? Your second, third, fourth, fifth product, they know that you ain't no joke. They know. They're like, oh, I had her course, her ebook before. I know that ebook was I learned so much from it. And when you come out with that ebook number 2, that part 2, that extension, that level 2, whatever it is that birth from the first one, they're gonna say, let me grab it. Let me grab it. Because they know what you're coming with. This comes with the know, like, and trust factor, right? They know you. You've been posting. They know that you know what you're talking about because you've been reading your what? Your books, right? And you understand what's going on and you understand their pain points because you know your customer. You see how all of this ties in together, okay? In my course, I talk to you guys all about this and I show you how to use ChatGPT. I give you the prompts. I give you exactly what you need in order for you to go through the steps and create this ebook in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Okay? You're going to post behind the scenes of what you created, right? You're going to talk about the pain points and what problems it solves as you're posting, as you're marketing your ebook. You're going to create reels, talking head videos, have strong hooks, have strong calls to action. You're going to offer some sneak peeks into your chapter. You're going to do giveaways. You're going to do contests. You're going to do, because people love a good contest, honey. They love a good contest. They love a good, what do you call it when you guys, it's not called a contest. It's called it's not a giveaway. I went blank for a second. I can't think of the name of it. But you're gonna, have all of your, she said, yes, they do. They love it. They love it. You're like, you know what? We're going to do a challenge. That's what I'm looking for. A challenge. We're going to do a challenge. They love a challenge, honey. Yeah, we're going to do a challenge. Yeah. It gets people motivated. It gives them something to look forward to, which gets them excited, right? We want to get people excited about the topic because either they need the topic because they just need it or because they're interested in it, right? Either way, they want a transformation to go from point A to point B. Okay, so we're going to have our call to actions. We're going to have our sneak peeks. We're going to have our giveaways. We're going to share testimonials once people start buying. A challenge. Yeah, a challenge. That's a girl. I went blank. I went blank. I went blank, child. It's the perimenopause, honey. It is the peri is giving me everything, honey. Perry is crazy. All right, so it's a challenge. So we're going to include your call to action, like the link in bio. Grab it now for $7, $12, $15, right? And you're going to do that for every post. And when I first started my Build the Business You Love business, and I started my my events-based business, I was forgetting to write my calls to action for some reason. I was forgetting, right? And people were like, well, how do I get it? And I was like, oh, girl, here, you know. I was forgetting to do it. So again, as we do this, guys, it's important just to learn from what you're doing. It's important to grow, right? Because if you're not growing, you're stagnant. So always be learning, right? Always be growing. And like when I told you guys, I was in my hospital bed. I'm still recovering from stuff, right? And I created my digital product because I said, I'm going to make some money when I'm in my hospital bed, when I can't talk. I can't laugh. I can't even breathe hard. How am I going to do this? Right? That's what digital products gave me. Okay? That's what So that's what all of the people who's doing Lyft, Uber, the teachers right now who's out on summer, who has to work. I see these teachers, y'all, they don't work the whole school year and they have to work summer in order just to make it. It's just like y'all teaching people, y'all are the first teachers. Y'all create the other teachers, doctors, lawyers, right? Everybody that is out here doing and has a profession, y'all are the first teachers and they're not paying y'all good. Get yourself a digital product. Get yourself teachers, get yourself a digital product. Truck drivers, get yourself a digital product. People want to learn how to drive trucks. Hair salons, get yourself a digital product. right? And this is what I talk about. It's not just, you could create a digital product from experience. You had an abusive boyfriend, an abusive wife, an abusive husband. You've gone through that. You want to teach people because you're passionate about it how to get out of that. You had a low self-esteem at some point, and now you've worked your way up, and you want to teach people, other women, how to get out of that. These are topics. These are niches that you can write about. These are things that you've been through. Nobody's here to tell you that you can't do something. We've been too comfortable with being uncomfortable. We've been second guessing ourselves, saying we're not good enough, we don't have the information, we don't know enough. But you're living through it, you've lived through it, you've done it. You are your testimonial, okay? Step 6. Because I have 7 steps, guys. We're on 6. Turn your ebook into a course. Turn your ebook into a course, right? I started with a course and then did the ebook thing for my events-based business, but you could turn your ebook into a course, okay? We're talking about use the chapters of the ebooks. Guess what the chapters now become? Course modules. Yes. Your chapters are now modules. Yes. And you already have the information because you've already done the ebook. You turn each section into a slide deck using Canvas presentation templates, the stuff that we've already went over. You add your a course, you add your slides, you add your objectives, your lessons for each module. You add your checklist, maybe a couple exercises or something like that, or workbooks that you can add into it. You bring up some short lessons that can be recorded on Zoom or Loom. You don't even have to show your face when you're creating your course. You don't even have to show your face. Okay? And this is what I tell you guys. You already have the blueprint on how to create the ebook. You create the ebook and turn it into a course. You create some slides, some visuals, some objectives, some lessons, checklists, maybe a couple exercises to show people, what they should be doing, workbooks. And you turn this thing into a product suite. Okay? Hi, in energy. Welcome in, boo. So now not only do you have an ebook, you have a lead magnet, you have a course, you have a product suite. Okay? And that's just the start of it. I tell people all the time, it just starts here. It doesn't end here, right? You upload it on different platforms like Gumroad. I don't like Gumroad, but it's there. Stan Store, Beacons has a free option, Systems.io, right? You start to upload it and you do it section by section, and you can speak intimately, passionately. You can sound like an educated professional because you've been reading your books. You've already wrote the ebook. You've been intensely and involved in the topic, in the area, the subject matter. You're becoming a professional at this. You're becoming the go-to source, right? Because you are acknowledging the fact that, hey, I didn't know a lot about this topic. I was just interested in it before, but now I'm learning. And you're realizing that you only have to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of the people who want to buy from you. In the movie Catch Me If You Can, they asked him, with Leonardo DiCaprio, they asked him, well, how in the world did you teach? It was something like biophysics, something like that, some crazy topic. It was like, you didn't even know how to do it. How did you teach it to people? Because he came and lied and said he was a professor. He taught it to people because he stayed 1 chapter ahead. That's it. 1 chapter ahead. So don't think that you have to be some big guru. Don't think that you have to be some all the way up here and at an expert level before you get started. You absolutely do not have to be. You do not have to be. Step number 7, automate and sell. Sell it while you're sleeping. I love when I get money while I'm asleep. I wake up and I have a sale, honey. There is no other feeling like it. Put a word in the chat if you felt that before. You had a sale while you were sleeping. Or I've had a sale while I was pumping gas. Had a sale while I was at the grocery store. Had a sale while I was at the movies. Had a sale while I was at my kids' graduation, a ceremony, whatever. It's an awesome feeling when you have stuff on automation. It's awesome. She's like, mom, 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 mom. Exactly, Tonya. You like, ooh, baby, let me go out. And if you at the store, honey, you like, let me treat myself and get something a little extra. Let me get some extra. Because you made a sale and you didn't work for that. You worked for it, but the work was already put in. The work was already put in. This is the great thing about ebooks and digital products and courses, because the work is done. I call it Beyonce. You already created it. You already did the work. You already done it. Beyonce laid that track one time and she sells it over and over and over and over and over again. And you could do the same thing with your products. You're interested in the topic. That means somebody else is interested in the topic. They have people out there, y'all, who have ebooks and courses on how to find Bigfoot. Bigfoot. Okay? They have ebooks on courses on how to get a tummy tuck for free. They have ebooks and courses. I just saw one. Dang. I don't want to pull up my phone now. I know it's going to take a long time. But it was just like, he wrote an ebook, y'all, on how he got his alien husband pregnant. And it's selling out. And it's real. It's a real book. He about to turn it into a course or a movie or something. And I'm telling you guys, it doesn't matter. As long as people is interested in it, as long as you're solving someone's problem, in that case, it's solving someone's problem. Somebody needs to be entertained or had a good laugh or whatever the case is. I don't know what's inside the book because I'm not going to read it. I'm not the target market for him, clearly. But I'm telling you guys, there are people out there and you just be looking like, he's making money off of what? It's a guy who's making money off of, he's creating a course on how to turn tires into stuff. Tires. You know, like the stuff that you put on your car's wheels. The rubber. Tires. He's making art and creating a course from that. About to be a millionaire from tires. So when I tell you, don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be something super great. It doesn't have to be something super complicated. It just has to be something that people are into, that somebody's willing to buy, and you put that in front of the right person. Okay? So, like I said, step 7 is automation. Sell it while you sleep. You got your lead magnet, your freebie. You got your tripwire offer, your low-cost offer. And then you have your high-ticket offer, which could be your course. You have your product suite. You're going to set up your email marketing platforms. You're going to use your emails to welcome in new subscribers, new purchasers, share value, naturally introduce offers. Make sure it's not coming off very salesy, like you know, when you go to the supermarket or to the Walmart and they're like, you want to buy AT&T? You got AT&T? I already got it. Just leave me alone. You don't want that, right? You don't want to come off like that. Sell your products through platforms, like I said, Beacon, Stand Store, and reuse the content across all the platforms. Make reels, carousels, email campaigns, TikTok to drive traffic. But reuse your stuff, right? That could be a reel, that could be a carousel, that could turn into an email, that could turn into a post. So with all of this information, guys, this is how you create your ebook, turn it into a course. Feel good about it. You're not feeling like a fraud because you don't know what you're doing. Because I would say that's the number one, not complaint, but concern that I get from my people. They're like, how do I write an ebook when I don't know much about it? You read your book. Every chapter, you create content. And you start to become an expert on the topic. You become a subject matter expert on that topic. You write some sort of disclaimer saying you're not a doctor, lawyer, Indian chief to protect yourself financially and legally. And you write that ebook. Okay. All right, guys. For those of you who are interested on how to do all of this stuff, step by step, I actually, I'm going to turn my camera around for a second. I have a course, the Build the Business You Love course, okay? It teaches you how to do all of this stuff and more. It shows you, go back, Lord, this is a big course. It shows you how to get your mindset right, you versus you, affirmations, how to declutter your brain, how to set up your day, schedule your day for success. It shows you how to create your digital product. This is what we just went over today. Okay, it's all in here. You just click on this, boom. It's kind of a course within a course when you think about it. It's kind of a course within a course. You click on this, it's going to open up. It's taking a while to open, but it's going to open up, and you're going to have access to the how to create your own digital product using AI. Okay, I give you all of the information you need. I give you the videos as well as the instructions. You basically just copy and paste it into ChatGPT. The instructions, I had my 5th grader do it. She was able to do it just fine. All of the prompts are in green. All of the instructions are in black. It shows you exactly what you need to do. Okay. Then, in addition to this, with this course, I also give you guys information because it's about building a product suite. It's about understanding it doesn't stop there, right? If you want to create a product or service-based business, I show you how to do that. I show you how to get the idea together. I show you guys how to build the business from scratch, where to go to get your LLCs, where to go to get your information, where to go to get your funding. Okay. I show you guys how to structure your business. Some people like, what's the LLC? What's the EIN? We don't know the difference. These are all videos. Okay. I show you guys information on marketing your business. I have a Canva course inside of here. Okay. And I also have a business plan course inside of here as well. It's really the business. I don't even want to say it's a business in a box because it's so much more than that. And I have a funding section, okay, to learn how to fund your business with grants, grant proposals, microloans, CDFI loans. I'm also a lender. I am a home lender as well. So I understand the concepts of credit, the concepts of what you need in order to give them what they need to see in order for you to get it approved. Okay. The name of this course, guys, is Build the Business You Love course. And right now it's in my LINK and my BIO. It's right here. Let me go to edit product. It's right here. And it's only $99. It's only $99, guys. So you can grab it if you're interested in getting it. If you're interested in getting it, you can grab it, but it includes all of this stuff, right? All of this stuff, all the things that you've wanted, that you've been saying, I need to be able to start a business. I don't know if I want to start a digital product business or a product or service business. I'm kind of lost there. I need some guidance, right? This is the course that you need. It's going to take you from point A to point B. The instructions are very clear and concise so that you understand exactly what it is that you're doing. And you understand step by step, right? So this is the Build the Business You Love course. Like I said, it's $99 right now. And if you grab it right now, it's in the LINK and my BIO. And that is it. If anybody doesn't have any questions, if you have questions, now is the time to ask. Now is the time to ask any questions because I understand. I was the one that was, I thought that I needed an MBA to get a business. And I went out, hey, white collar, how are you, hon? And I went out, got my MBA, and I still didn't exactly know what it took to start that business. It was still like cloudy for me. The idea, right? The concepts, the process. It was a cloudy situation in my head. Like no one said, this is how you do it. Even when they were teaching us, and I was getting my MBA, even when we did our modules and we did our makeshift businesses and stuff like that, we were never the CEO and owner of the business. And I had to think about that. We never were entrepreneurs in that whole course. I never was an owner of a business. We had to do business plans and stuff like that, yes. But looking back at it, I was just like, at what point did they teach us how to start our own? And I realized this wasn't something that was by mistake. This is something that's intentional. It's not designed, and it's meaning the system, is not designed for us to own. The system is designed for us to work. I gotta run to Black AI. Oh, no problem, hon. No problem. Thanks for stopping through. Right? It was designed for us to work. And when we understand that, it makes you want to own a business even more. It makes you want to own a business even more. Right? Because you understand that these people tried to block you. They tried to stop you. When they know full and well that owning a business can help with your taxes. It can help with generational wealth. It can help in generational curses. Right? It's about understanding who you are and creating a business for you. They don't want that. They want you to be picking up their phone saying, how can I help you? Flipping burgers saying, how can I take your order? This is what they want. If you're tired of feeling like I have to do DoorDash, I have to do Lyft, I have to do, what's the other one? Uber Eats in order for me to get to where I need to be. And that's not even working because it doesn't work. You're just wearing yourself and your body thin. It's time for you to sow that seed. And it's time for you guys to start a business that you actually like. It's time for you to stop being scared, stop being afraid, right? And arrive at your fullest potential where you need to be, where you know your calling is. You know you're not supposed to be where you are right now. Okay? Well, I'm about to get off here. If no one has any questions, I'm Zia, build a business you love. Be sure to follow me. And thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys. Later.